Australian Border Force officers have pulled aside this Singaporean woman after her frequent trips to Melbourne caught their attention.
The travel patterns appear to be quite frequent, but they're also short stays. So it could be legitimate business or it could be something a little more sinister.
Are you available to come to bags?
A full baggage search will be carried out, but a fellow officer is called to the bench as there appears to be a problem with her suitcase.
So you can't open it?
Yeah, the PIN number is 662. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's inside?
My clothes and the books.
The passenger is trying to get into her bag. She's having difficulty. This does raise some concern for us. It appears that she may be hiding something, so we need to get it open.
The case will be forcibly opened while the woman is questioned about her unusual travel movements.
In the last 12 months, how many times you come to Melbourne?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Take a guess.
Six?
No more than 6?
6, 8?
I have no idea what the PIN is.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
that's all right.
So every time you come to Melbourne, why you come?
I come for travel and meet up my friend.
Okay. For no other reason? So every time you come is just for holiday?
Yes, holiday.
Okay. In Singapore, what do you do for job?
Teacher.
Teacher?
Yeah. And I got some part-time job to.
So you have part-time job as well?
Yeah.
So if you have full-time job with teacher and part-time job, you wouldn't have much time to travel.
Because now it's during almost school holiday.
Yeah, almost school holiday, but not school holiday yet.
Yeah, I take annual leave.
Her story is not quite adding up, and officers suspect this woman may be up to something.
So we just want to make sure she's not travelling with anybody else.
And as her suitcase is opened, it reveals exactly what that is. Each year, in mail centres around the country, thousands of packages containing prohibited or restricted goods are intercepted by detector dogs.
Good girl, Ella. Good work.
With a sense of smell more than 1,000 times stronger than a human's, these highly trained Labradors can screen large volumes of goods quickly and efficiently.
Good girl, Ella. Yeah.
Today, at the International Mail Centre in Sydney, Border Force Officer Dean and detector dog Rusty are about to begin their shift.
Right. We're going to be screening parcels and letters out of the Netherlands. So we'll lay the parcels out and tell him to find it, and he'll go up and down the line 3 or 4 times. And if he shows any interest to any parcels, then it's a fair indication that there could be a narcotic in there. Come on, buddy.
Rusty is trained to detect Class A drugs, and he will sit beside any suspect package he finds.
Up, buddy. Up. Find it. Our dogs are generally trained to detect cocaine, heroin, MDMA, and pseudoephedrine. Hey, buddy.
Rusty singles out a grey package from the line and is rewarded for his efforts.
Oh, good boy, Rusty. Good boy, buddy. Yee-hee, good boy.
It's likely the package contains narcotics, so officers will now investigate further.
What do you got? So we'll go and examine it, and hopefully it'll be a positive detection.
The declaration says the package contains a DVD, but the X-ray image indicates there may be something additional which shouldn't be in there.
You can see some inconsistencies on the right here. It looks like crystals.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Is this your signature here? Yes?
Yes.
Do you have anything to declare? Open. Take.
Biosecurity officers in Sydney have pulled aside this woman arriving from China, as they have reason to suspect she may have made a false declaration.
She's saying she's got nothing to declare.
Unfortunately, the X-ray imaging is showing otherwise today. All her bags are actually very full of organic material, so we're going to have a look closer into the bags.
A bag search confirms officers' suspicions and reveals food in her bag.
Sugar. Yeah. Ah, it's still food. What's this one? Sugar.
After the initial find, the floodgates open and the undeclared items keep coming. And coming. And coming.
Supermarket.
Although it should have been declared, the food located so far is not restricted.
So we'll just keep going through the bags and see what I find.
That's until Officer Andrea finds something which is very concerning. Biosecurity officers in Sydney have just located a dangerous parasite in this passenger's luggage.
Wow. Claire, Ganoderma. The whole Ganoderma. Okay.
Ganoderma is used in Chinese medicine to improve the flow of urine and is believed to prevent cancer. It also poses an extremely high threat to our agriculture.
It's not allowed in this form at all, and to be honest, I haven't seen it in this form for a while coming into the country. So it's a definite no-no today with this one.
Undeclared items continue to build up, and Officer Andrea wants to know why the woman failed to declare.
I asked you questions. You have anything to declare? Meal.
Amazingly, this massive load of food is just the beginning, as another large suitcase reveals the full extent of the woman's concealment.
Madam, what's all this? Food. You said no.
Officer Andrea now makes another disturbing find.
This meat? Only one way of finding out.
Do you want me to try with that?
It's meat of some description.
Meat is one of the highest risks for our biosecurity, as it can carry potentially devastating and highly contagious viruses such as foot and mouth disease.
Meat. Wow. A lot of meat.
When officers finally reach the bottom of the woman's suitcase, they come across what could be the biggest concern of all.
There's something on the lining of this bag. What's under here? Let's have a look. It's not looking very good today.
At the International Mail Centre, narcotic detector dog Rusty has shown interest in this package sent from the Netherlands, and an X-ray has revealed some anomalies.
You can see some inconsistencies on the right here. It looks like crystals because of the greenish colour showing on the image.
The grey package will be taken for further inspection. But first, officers have a second lot of envelopes sent from the Netherlands that also need checking.
They're all going to the same address. They just feel really light and a bit sus.
There is no declaration, but the X-ray image indicates the envelopes contain two small fluorescent light components, and officers immediately notice something unusual.
They look like starters there, but within starters, it shouldn't look like that. There's organic substance in there. That shouldn't be there, so further examination required.
Once in the examination room, officers first open the grey package that supposedly contains a DVD.
We've got something in a resealable bag. It says not for human consumption, methiopropamide.
What's that?
No idea. Let's test it and find out what it really is.
One of the resealable bags is opened to reveal a white powder, and a sample is placed inside a narcotics indicator kit.
Fair bit in there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
If it's positive, the liquid will change to a dark blue colour.
That's a strong change, isn't it?
Yeah, positive for methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine is a stimulant drug and an illegal import into Australia.
Just going to test the other bag.
The white powder in the second bag is tested, and it's another strong positive result.
It's a great hit. Any hit is a great hit. You can find a kilo of this, or we can find a gram. At the end of the day, it's a hit, and we've done our job, and the community is protected.
But the job's not over yet, as officers turn their attention to the 4 white envelopes also sent from the Netherlands.
They look like starters for fluorescent lights.
Okay, you don't have to do or say anything. Anything you do say or do may be used in evidence. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
In Melbourne, Border Force officers are now cautioning a Singaporean woman after forcibly opening her suitcase to make a startling discovery.
In the suitcase, there is nothing else except cigarettes. There's thousands upon thousands of cigarettes, no clothes, no toiletries, no nothing, just cigarettes.
All passengers arriving in Australia are required to declare if they are carrying any more than 50 cigarettes, as a duty must be paid. And on this many sticks, the evaded tax would be in the tens of thousands of dollars.
This is your name?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, obviously number question 2 relates to alcohol and cigarettes, okay? Because you have a bag full of cigarettes and you have not declared them, okay? So you've committed an offence.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and my husband, same days is flight.
Okay.
My husband fly to Fiji, then attending wedding. So he bring these 2 luggage and we bring these 2 luggage to Melbourne.
Okay.
This luggage.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything else.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
You understand the caution?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be used in evidence. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She claims her bags have been mixed up with her husband's before leaving China. But officers notice the woman is not wearing a wedding ring, as they turn their attention to her second suitcase, which she also says she cannot open.
I'm thinking that if there's cigarettes in the first bag, there's surely got to be cigarettes in the second bag. That cigarette's in there too? I think so.
The second case is also loaded, and the passenger is now escorted to a private interview room where the investigation will continue.
Oh, the second one. We just look in the bags to make sure it's just the cigarettes, okay? And then we count the cigarettes.
It's her 8th visit to Melbourne in the last year, and it seems this passenger knows her luck has just run out.
She knows it's not good. It's not going to be a good outcome for her no matter what.
With the help of narcotics detector dog Rusty, Border Force officers have already located a concealment of methamphetamine in a DVD case sent from the Netherlands. And now a number of envelopes are being inspected after an X-ray revealed unexplained organic material inside these fluorescent light starters.
Surely they'd be pretty cheap to buy in the store, yeah?
Yeah, they're about 50 cents each, so why would you send something like this through international mail?
All the way from Europe.
All the way from Europe.
Suspecting illicit drugs may be the reason, officers open one of the canisters.
There's a bag in there with, it looks like crystals, brownish coloured crystal. The odour of it smells like MDMA, but we can confirm that by testing it through the NIC test.
A narcotics test will reveal exactly what the substance is, as officers look for a significant colour change. It's a strong positive result for methamphetamine, and as all 4 of the envelopes are opened, identical concealments are discovered in each one.
Same substance by the look of it. Same odour.
It's been a successful day at the mail centre, and Officer Dean knows who to thank.
Good fella! Oh, good boy.
There's something on the lining of this bag. What's under here?
Biosecurity officers are concerned that this woman, who is visiting from China, may be hiding a major concealment inside the lining of her large suitcase.
Claire, have a look at this. Feel that. Okay, let's have a look what's under here. She knows. The face she's pulling. So we have a mixture of beans, legumes, rice, whole dates with seeds in it. That is a definite concealment. She's put it on the lining of the bag, and the expression of her face is indicating to me that she knew very well that it was there. No. And it's not looking very good for her today.
Seeds and legumes are very high risk and must be declared. These items often carry pests and diseases.
And it's still coming out.
The woman is carrying very little clothing, but an enormous amount of undeclared high-risk items in her luggage, and it looks like she will be receiving a fine.
Today you provided false and misleading information. You'll be fined $360 today. Yeah.
Officers enlist the help of another Chinese-speaking traveller to explain the payment details.
Okay, that's right. Just tell her she needs to pay that today. She needs to pay that today.
Things take a dramatic turn as she suddenly claims to have no money and appears to make a break for the terminal
She's
exit.
not allowed to. She needs... No, hang on, come back. Hey! No, she can't.
After discovering both her suitcases contain nothing but undeclared cigarettes, this Singaporean woman has been taken to a private interview room where she claims it's all a mistake.
This cigarette is not belong to me. I'm even not smoke. I'm innocent.
But Border Force officers believe this massive haul of tobacco was headed straight for the Australian black market to be sold for a hefty profit.
There's a lot of money to be made from not declaring tobacco and then selling it on the black market. It's very obvious that this wasn't for personal use, so where was it going to end up? But yeah, we're doing our best to stop these imports crossing the border.
The woman maintains that the bags are not hers.
I think most probably is mixed up with my friends, the luggage, because the luggage is almost the same. I think in China we mix up.
Her story has changed a couple of times. First it was her husband that was flying to Fiji, now it's her friend. So the deception is there.
At a final count, there are 40,000 cigarettes, or more than $27,000 in evaded duty.
So if you grab your purse and all your belongings, our process is just finished. So now I've just referred her up to our border entry team, who will decide whether to cancel her visa.
Immigration officers will now determine if she will be allowed to enter the country, while the cigarettes will be destroyed.
She's not allowed to. She needs... No, hang on, come back. Hey! No, she can't.
In Sydney, this passenger has made a sudden run after being issued with a fine. Officers act quickly to establish that the woman is trying to get in contact with her son, who is right outside in the arrivals hall.
Is this your mother that's with us today? Okay, your mum's going to be fined today, $360. She's brought in some prohibited items.
The woman's son proves blood is thicker than water as he takes the opportunity to try and talk his mother out of trouble.
No, it's not her first time. She's travelled before. We've checked her passport. She's travelled before. No, it's not. It wasn't. No, it's not, sir. It's not if it's vacuum sealed. Yeah, no, it's meat. We've had other people look at it. So she understood. We asked her in Chinese. There is no excuse. Yeah.
Officer Andrea isn't fooled, and with the assistance of an airline representative, the remittance notice is issued to the passenger's son, who has agreed to ensure the fine is promptly paid.
So if you just hand that to her son, he's got 21 days to pay the infringement. Okay, so, and if he wants to dispute it, he can, but we've got all the information we need for him to pay.
Okay.
This is for your son, okay?
I'll make sure I get it.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thank you. If this passenger had left the airport today without an inspection, possibly she could have spread diseases that we don't have in the country, especially the Ganoderma. So this is what we have to try and do, is prevent disease and pests coming into our country.
So today we have a young lady who's travelled from America to Australia. She's originated out of Peru.
Have you travelled to any other country in the last 6 months?
In the last 6 months? Oh, yes, United States.
Okay.
All South American countries are high risk for cocaine. So today we're going to go through her bags and just make sure she has nothing of any concern to us.
It's the woman's first visit to Australia, and she is travelling alone. Officers are immediately suspicious as a search of her handbag reveals a pipe, which she claims is for smoking marijuana.
Do you know if you can smoke anything else with this? It's just...
For weed.
Yeah.
Just leave it here.
Marijuana pipes are allowed to be brought into Australia, but with her admission that she does smoke the drug, Supervising Officer Mark is not taking any chances with this passenger.
So we're going to go through the rest of her bags this morning to make sure she has nothing of further concern to the Australian Border Force and to make sure that her story checks out.
I'm just going to take a swab from your phone.
Yeah.
A swab test will reveal traces of any other drugs that the woman may have been in contact with. And while the test is carried out back at the bench, she is becoming increasingly unhappy about the search.
It's because I'm Peruvian?
No, because you've just made admissions that you used.
What?
You've just made admissions that you've used drugs while overseas.
No, yes, but I'm asking why you stopped me.
Well, this is my job because I speak to passengers, coming here for the first time.
I know, but that always happened to Peruvians, Colombians.
Yeah, I can't comment on that.
It's a shame, but it's okay.
All right. I'll just, once I'm done,
it's okay.
then, yeah.
It's your job.
Just doing my job, yeah. Oh, I appreciate you understand.
Yes, it's okay. It's just sad.
She may not like it, but the swab test result confirms that officers have good reason to be concerned about this passenger. In Sydney, a biosecurity officer has pulled aside this woman as they suspect she may be carrying restricted items, which she's failed to declare.
This passenger has come in from China. This is the bag in question. As you can see, lots of organic material that certainly looks like a food substance. So we're going to open this bag and check what it is.
But first, Officer Warwick wants to check that the woman has understood the importance of declaring food on her passenger card.
This is your card? Okay, you understand the questions?
Yeah.
And you've said no to everything?
Yeah.
Okay, but you have a lot of food items in here. Okay? This is mushroom?
Yeah.
Mushroom is part of a plant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It comes off a little plant.
Yeah, okay.
But question 7 says parts of plants.
Oh.
Doesn't it? These are nuts.
No.
Yes, some little nuts in there.
Oh.
No nuts. This is mango.
Yeah, dry mango.
Mango is a fruit. You didn't mark question 6 as fruit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Look, lots of fruit. Then you didn't tick. What is this?
Chinese Chinese tea.
Yeah, it might be Chinese tea.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of plant material.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Chinese tea. This the health.
What's that one? What does that come off? A plant?
Dry.
Yeah, but it comes off a plant, doesn't it?
The woman struggles to accept the fact that she should have declared her food.
You've got a lot of items you haven't ticked.
Oh, sorry.
Well, unfortunately, sorry's not good enough.
In Melbourne, Border Force officers have stopped an Indian national who has just spent 3 months in Australia with his wife and child, and they are now returning after a quick 3-day trip to Bali to renew their tourist visas.
In this instance, he applied for a visa for the purpose to see his brother who lives in Perth, and I'm concerned that he's to spend a long time in Australia and can't really account for what he was doing in Australia. He couldn't list any activities that he undertook when he was here last with his family.
His wife and child have already been immigration cleared, but officers need to clarify a few issues before deciding if the man will be allowed to join them.
Okay, you mentioned to me that you have some family in Australia.
Yep, my younger brother.
Okay, do you have any plans to see your brother?
No, we don't talk after his marriage. We don't have good relations.
Oh, okay. So how long have you not been talking with him?
Maybe one last year.
His lack of contact with his brother is a concern, but it's not the only one.
You mentioned to me out on the line that you have a business in India, a scrap metal business.
Yep.
Can you please explain to me the purpose of your trip today in relation to this scrap metal business that you're undertaking while you're in Australia?
We just make relation with the scrap exporters here. Then after that we start. It will take 2-3 months to start this business.
What were you last doing in Australia? Didn't you complete that 2-3 months worth of work?
Not yet. Because it's hard to find some time.
He claims he had no time on his previous visit, but Officer Lucy has found text messages indicating what he was really up to.
I found some evidence in your phone to suggest that you may have been undertaking activities that are not supported by your current visa conditions. So what do you have to say to that?
This South American woman has already admitted that she smokes marijuana after a pipe was located in her handbag. And a swab taken from her mobile phone indicates she may also have been in contact with narcotics.
We've got a positive reading for cocaine at this stage. It seems to be a fairly high reading. We'll question the passenger further about this.
But suddenly the woman changes her story and admits marijuana is not the only drug she has used back home in Peru.
How often do you use cocaine?
Not too often. But it was my goodbye party, you know?
It was yours?
My goodbye party.
The swab we just took from your phone is come up as cocaine.
Yes.
So you've made admissions that you've used cocaine recently. Well, that gives me another reason to go through your bags.
Okay.
So I'll just do my job.
It's okay.
Just go through bags quickly.
It's because I use it to do it in my phone.
Yeah.
No.
And just ask you again, are you carrying anything in your bags, on your body? No? Okay.
Border Force officers will check, and they start by taking another swab, this time from the lining of her suitcase. And the result does little to allay their suspicions.
So at this point, we're not satisfied that the passenger is not carrying drugs, either in her baggage or on a person.
After travelling offshore to renew his tourist visa, this man is now returning with his wife and child to spend another 3 months in Australia. But Border Force officer Lucy has found information on his phone indicating he may have worked illegally on his last visit.
I found some evidence in your phone to suggest that you may have been undertaking activities that are not supported by your current visa conditions. So what do you have to say to that?
Yes, I agree. I work in farms sometimes.
You do?
Yep, sometimes.
These messages are indicating that it seems like a full-time job for you.
Where?
Hello, boss. I don't have a car today. Please take me possible. So this is you asking for a lift to work. You're apologising for being late. Then there's a message saying, see you tomorrow at 3. I've actually got photos in here of you working in the farm. Is that you? Is that your gumboot?
Yep, lettuce farm.
Lettuce farm. So how often did you work at these farms?
I work only 1 month here.
Only 1 month? Yeah. And how much did you earn?
They give only $100 per day.
It's a serious breach of the no work condition on his tourist visa.
And I actually stopped searching your phone because there was just so much evidence in there that I didn't need to go any further.
His family is waiting for him outside, but they can't be reunited just yet.
You haven't declared anything here. What is this?
Chinese tea, Chinese tea.
Yeah, it might be Chinese.
This passenger arriving from China failed to declare, but biosecurity officers have uncovered an array of food items in her suitcase.
I don't know what's in here. We have a lot of plant material.
Maybe the check it, okay?
Maybe I check it.
Yeah,
I am going to check it. Look at that. Look at the seeds in there.
check it, no worry.
I'm not going to let this one come in because I'm not sure what's in there.
Organic material must be declared because of the potential threat from pests and diseases to Australian agricultural crops.
You understand that this is a legal document?
Louder, louder.
Yeah, you understand this is a declaration to the Australian government. It's a legal document.
Yeah, louder.
Okay, and it must be ticked correctly.
Maybe the text, yes,
No, no, it's too late now. You should have ticked this before you come into the country.
Officer Warwick is not satisfied this woman understands the significant risk she has posed to Australia's biosecurity by failing to declare.
I think that if she doesn't get fined, she might tend to think that's the norm, and we don't want that to happen.
This young South American woman says she has come to Australia to study English for the next 6 months. But Border Force officers have concerns she may be concealing narcotics after 2 swab tests have returned positive readings for cocaine.
Okay, that swab we took off your bag, it's come up positive for cocaine again.
How? It's impossible.
Well, you told me.
I don't know.
Why?
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, the machine...
This is the bag of my dad. My dad's bag. So, I mean, he gave it to me to use it here, but...
whose bag did you say?
My dad.
The suitcase is taken to be x-rayed to check for any concealments, and the image is clear. But a second bag is opened at the bench and an unusual item is located in the front pocket.
From my room.
Looks quite well used.
Yes, I put it in my room.
As a precaution, a swab is taken from the sign, and it returns the strongest reading for cocaine so far.
3 readings of cocaine is a concern to us because it indicates either continuous use or regular use of cocaine.
Officers are now convinced this passenger is not telling them everything. Despite her failure to declare, biosecurity officers have found a large collection of restricted food in this woman's suitcase. And now Officer Warwick uncovers a virtual fish market in her bag.
What is this?
Dried prawn.
Prawn?
Yeah, dried prawn.
Seafood. There's prawns, dried prawns, there's scallops, more dried prawns. Can you see the question seafood in here?
Seafood? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Well, you've got too much food here and not declared. What's this one here? This is prawn, is it?
Yeah.
And you haven't declared this either? Okay.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Being apologetic is no defence and won't prevent the passenger from getting a fine.
Certain items We asked to be declared on this card and you haven't done it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
You are going to be fined $180
Okay, I'm sorry.
for not declaring. So next time you come in with food, you tick yes. Okay? Good.
Sorry. Next time. Yes.
Yes.
And once she's paid her fine, the passenger is on her way.
Her bag was absolutely full of food items that she hadn't declared. We had to give her a fine to make sure that next time she won't do it again.
I've actually got photos in here of you working in the farm. Is that you? Is that your gumboot?
Yep, lettuce farm.
Lettuce farm.
This Indian man is hoping to re-enter Australia on his tourist visa. But after suspicious text messages were found on his phone, he has admitted to Border Force officer Lucy that he worked illegally on his previous visit.
So can you confirm what your visa conditions are on your current visa?
I don't know as much as for my visa, but I know I can't work.
Okay, so you knew you can't work yet you still did. Was there a reason why you did that?
Not for money, but just, pass there some time.
If I hadn't have pulled you aside today, would you have gone back to work today?
No, not yet.
What, tomorrow?
No, not farm job.
All right, well, how do I know that?
What can I say on this?
Yeah.
I can't prove for future.
Okay.
Yeah.
With this response, Officer Lucy has little choice but to take the next step.
All right, so this is a notice of intention to consider the cancellation of your subclass 600 visa.
He will be given a final chance to convince Border Force officers why his visa should not be cancelled.
So if a decision is made not to cancel your visa, you will be immigration cleared and allowed to enter Australia and obviously reunited with your wife and child.
But there is no guarantee this man will be seeing his family anytime soon. This South American woman has told Australian Border Force officers that she very occasionally uses cocaine. But that doesn't explain why a number of her personal items are returning high readings for the narcotic.
You've got a positive reading for cocaine off the sign. I'm just going to go take it in and close all that.
Yeah, no. That swab we took off this thing, it's come up as cocaine again.
How?
Yeah, well, you need to tell me, yeah.
No,
I can't tell.
I think you're lying to me.
Well, what I can do is just run further test.
To put it in my room.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you need to tell me why.
Well, I don't know why.
Okay, so we just have to continue our testing?
Okay.
Both of the woman's suitcases and her backpack are x-rayed and no concealments are found. But Border Force officers believe she may not be telling the whole story.
3 swabs we've taken, they've all come up as cocaine. Well, that's not something which we would expect.
Okay.
So I would like you to tell me why. So do you use it on a regular basis, cocaine?
I use it like more than twice a month. But I have a lot of friends in Peru that use it.
Regular contact with the drug provides some explanation for the positive readings.
Yeah, so you've been through everything, there's nothing there.
No.
That's what they say.
But officers are still suspicious and decide to conduct a frisk search.
We've done a frisk search to make sure that she's got nothing there.
The search is complete and officers are satisfied the woman is not carrying anything illegal, so she is now free to go.
She no longer presents a risk to the border, so she'll be entering Australia today.
That's it?
That's it. Thank you. You can keep that.
Border Force officers in Melbourne must decide if they will allow this Indian passenger to enter Australia today.
He confirmed that he has a brother in Perth, which is the reason why he got granted the visa, but he says they're no longer in contact. He can't confirm how much money he's got. He thinks he's got about $400 on his credit card. He did say that he is here to source metal for his metal company, but he admitted that he has been working at farms.
But it's not a clear-cut decision, as his dependent wife and child are waiting for him outside. He now has a final chance to convince Officer Lucy why he should be allowed to join them.
Okay, go ahead. What were the reasons you want me to take into consideration before I make a decision today?
Yeah, I really apologize that I break rules, and I really apologize. I'm sorry about that. That I try to work here. I never try again this.
After considering the facts, Officer Lucy makes a final decision.
So I have weighed up the factors that have brought you to Australia today. I've taken into consideration that you have a wife and child also in Australia, but in consideration that you have insufficient funds to support you and your family here, and the fact that you previously breached your visa conditions has led me to the decision to cancel your visa. Okay, so your visa has now been cancelled. I am refusing you immigration clearance.
The next time the passenger is reunited with his family will be back home in India.
So I made a decision to cancel because he doesn't really have sufficient funds. I think there is an incentive for him to continue working and to continue to breach his visa conditions again on this entry.